So this is a viral piece, viral post by Wesley Peterson, and I just wanted to run through why it's so successful. I'll let you. I'm not going to read it out because I will sound absurd. I'll just pick out the key points. Really, it's about the specificity that makes this funny. So when he says, "Do you need a guess who's coming to dinner?" situation, but less Sidney Poitier and more Ving Rhames in Baby Boy, he's immediately spelling out, what it's going to be like. It's not going to be this, it's going to be that. And then he mentions the regular package involves him pulling up in grey sweats, an X-hat, and an African necklace. All very specific things that you can visualize. And then when he says the additional packages, again, they're very specific, and they force people to imagine those scenarios, and that's what makes it funny. Especially my two favorite lines are sneaking Black Lives Matter in every discussion, daring someone to check me, which is really funny because it's got that kind of silly swagger where it's kind of aggressive, but it's just silly at the same time as well. You can tell from the language. And then at the last one, he went for the most extreme one last, which is important when you're writing something funny to have the most outrageous line last. Set a handgun on the table before saying grace, $50. So yeah, it's very specific. It's stuff that people can visualize, and it's very specific. So he isn't saying sneak in, race-related issues. He's saying sneak in Black Lives Matter. He's not saying make trouble before saying grace. He's saying set a handgun on the table before saying grace. That level of specificity means people visualize that, and that's what makes it funny, especially when he's already put a picture of himself. It works really well. There's another example of this from a while ago. This one was funny as well, about someone, do you want me to boost your funeral? And obviously the picture there gets your attention. And again, hire me, professional mourner, to come and cry at your funeral. And then each of the elements that you can choose from, they're very specific. Normal crying, $50. Bohemian hollering, $100. Crying and rolling on the ground, $150. Crying and threatening to jump in the grave, $200. Crying and actually jumping in the grave, $1,000. So again, the most extreme one is last, which is important in humor. And it's very specific. Those references are things that you can visualize. Because you've got a picture there, you're able to do that. And so yeah, it's doing things that very funny copy, but there's little things like specificity and getting the order right, so you've got the funniest thing last, and that's part of the reason why those two posts went viral. So I hope that is useful. If not, I'm sorry, but I'll try and do more of these in future. Speak to you soon.